My girlfriend's coming. I'm gonna go pick up my girlfriend here soon. I've got what I'm gonna be considering my spring stove here, because the stove I use for winter is just a monster. So I'm going to slide that to the side here because it's such a warm day. And I'm gonna be using my spring stove, which is a smaller stove, and it's perfect for these conditions. I'm really excited to start using that. American-made stove, pretty pumped. 30 degrees Celsius, almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit right here in the sun. It is cooking. It's not that warm, but once, like right here in this spot, it feels like that. I would say it's more around 10 degrees Celsius, so like right around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Either way, man, it is crazy. No ice on the roof of the tent anymore. Just 2 weeks ago, this thing was coated in huge icicles and lots of snow on the roof. Now there's nothing. The new stove that I'm bringing in is a lot smaller than this one, like half the size. So a lot of you asked about this oven and you're concerned about creosote buildup. Well, I talked to the guy who built it, Jerry, back in Labrador. He says there's actually more area for smoke and heat to move around within this oven than there actually is within the chimney. So that means the chimney will clog up with creosote before the actual oven will. And even though it looks like there's not much space in between the cylinder, the actual oven inside, and where the smoke flows around the cylinder, there actually is more area for the smoke to move. Being able to slide it makes a world of difference, I'm telling you. This old mat has served me for 3 years. And I know it's not attractive, but for me, all that matters is that it's fireproof. This stove creates so much more space. I'll be impressed if it can handle the oven. Very impressed. This might actually be too wide to go in. Yeah, it is. Huh. I have a solution. So this sleeve right here comes off of my stove that Jerry built me. So that'll slide right down in there, like that. Then the oven can go on top. It will really impress me if this little stove does the job for this big oven. So this stove right here comes from Northwoods Fabrication in Minnesota. This is a Woodsman stove. This little stove is wicked, man. And I've got the bigger one as well that Dave from Northwoods Fabrication sent to me. I used that earlier this year and I had a really nice evening using that out here. So I told them that I would wait until spring before I'd use the smaller unit. And now that I see that it's handling this oven nice and easily, I'm extra pumped about using this tonight. So, I mean, this is a quality stove. Honestly, the XL is a bit bigger than this one, and it would be the stove that I would use in this tent if I didn't have Jerry's mammoth stove. In fact, I think Northwoods Fabrication has a bigger one out now, the XXL, and that would be perfect for in here. If I ever build a cabin, Jerry's stove will go in the cabin, and if I still have a tent, I'll be using a Northwoods Fabrication stove in one of my tents for sure. He's going to be pushing it. Yeah, he'll be pushing it. That's good. I feel like I don't have my tape measure on me.
Too long.
Yeah. These are men's, so they might be a bit, hold on there, might be a bit big on you.
Dirty. Over there?
Yeah. And this stuff here is, these guys here are perfect too for just throwing in. That's probably what I'll get the fire started with, a bunch of those. You good? You got it?
Yeah. This is a big one?
Yeah, he's heavy. Right. How do you feel?
Wait, there.
Good?
Wait, I want to put my leg in.
I'm trying to convince Crystal to buck a piece of wood. Just over your shoulder. Come straight down on it. It should split really easily.
Okay, like up over?
Are you right? There you go. You're right-handed.
Over the shoulders?
Yeah, over the shoulders. Good.
I'm scared. Nothing.
Lift it up. Good.
Again?
Yep.
It's not happening.
Keep going. It takes a while.
Ooh,
yeah.
Shoot, that was awesome.
Yes. Now you can lift that up and just crack it on the wood. Yeah. I know, it feels good, eh?
It feels really good.
Okay, that's an easy one too.
Okay, watch out.
Yes, first strike.
Dude.
Let's straighten this out for you a little bit. I'm proud of you. Good. Oh. Oh! Yes!
Oh, the first one! So you want this one?
Yeah, the dish. I need to see if it fits in Jerry's stove, because if it does, then we are definitely going to use it.
Up?
I think it's too big. Turn it. Oh, yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. That's a perfect size. Do you want to start the fire?
I cut wood.
You cut wood? You don't want to do it?
And I'll actually try it.
Okay, great. So you're going to need your bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just put in I'll put in a couple here. This one. That one. And this one on the bottom. going to be a really fun little stove tonight. I can tell already.
Ooh. Does it have to be fully lit before I...
No, I don't think so. Right in the middle.
It is-ish.
Push it in deep, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
this?
exactly. Yeah, that'll work.
Like an X? Mm-hmm. And then one on top?
Keep going. Yeah, I would just load her.
Yours usually looks prettier than this.
I think what I'll do is move it back just a little bit because sparks will probably come out. Mm-hmm. And so... my stomach is growling. I'm ready.
Are you?
Yeah.
I ended up eating a bit early because I was hangry.
Okay, what do we got here? Do you want a tea while we're waiting for supper?
Yeah.
Hey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, I should get another wipe and wipe this.
Yeah, give her.
You want me to put the pot outside to get cold?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Look at that. This little
You're
guy,
roaring.
he is blazing, man. He wants the fire.
Ready for some Scrabble tonight?
Yeah, let's play some Scrabble while supper's cooking.
Okay. I like the kettle.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I get the bag.
Yes, please. Oh, this is a perfect little meal for us right here. Oh, yeah. Let that chicken juice go in there. Let's get this nice and deep. Good.
That's what she said.
Oh, my, Crystal.
You're setting yourself up.
Just give her.
Like a lot, like that?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Perfect. That's fine, eh?
Yeah. But will it cook faster if it's... I'll let you be. You know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, boy. And just let it all just kind of cook up.
Whoop.
He's angry. Oh, yeah. It's not gonna take long.
I'm ready for scrabs. Some tea.
Going on now. Whoa! United, they're all ones.
Still, but it's a double letter score. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just good to get all
It
of
is,
that.
yeah, it is nice. We're getting close. gotta say, the stove is doing a good job. I'm impressed. It's a small box, but it's doing good. It burns slowly. And all these little junks that you cut up are nice. They fit perfectly. Just fill it up like this. I'll be using these all evening. We're gonna use all that juice for the gravy.
Oh man, that looks good.
Let that sit for a bit. You ready? Wow. I'm gonna have a leg too. And I'm gonna have a little bit of breast meat.
I'll have a wing.
You want a wing? Not much meat on those wings, these little chickens. Oh, that look good or what?
That's good. Thank you. Oh my god, it's so good.
You're not just saying it?
Not, the camera's off. Oh, is it on?
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I'm going to drive Crystal back to her vehicle, and after we finish these meals, and then I'm going to snowmobile back out here and spend the night. It's like one of my last trips for this season, so I'm really glad you came. I had a great time.
Yeah, super fun.
It was really fun. Yeah, really enjoyable. And I think it was your best trip. Except for maybe the overnighter. The overnighter was good because you suffered a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this was really good. Like it was it like +8 right now?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was warm. I chopped wood. I was actually really into chopping wood.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yay. Right on. Anyway, we're going to finish this meal. I'm going to drop her off, and then I'll be back in a bit. This little stove is really impressing me. It's doing a fantastic job, I must say. It's just perfect for this time of year. I might have to fill it throughout the night. If I had my big stove, I wouldn't have to fill it. I know I wouldn't have to fill it tonight because of how warm it is outside. We're right at the freezing point. It's probably going to go down a few degrees overnight, but not too cold. This stove right now, I'll load it up and I'll shut it down when I go to bed. And I have a feeling that it will do just fine. I know Dave at Northwoods Fabrication in Minnesota is really growing his company right now. And some of the people who watch my channel have stoves that he makes at Northwoods Fabrication, and no one says anything negative about these stoves. And the fact that this little guy is heating this tent just perfectly, it's a perfect temperature in here, it really is a testament to the skill and the talent that he has. So I'm really glad that we had a conversation. It was around this time last year when we started talking, and he really wanted to see his stoves in my tent. And after we talked, I really wanted to get his stoves in my tent. I knew about him and I knew about his stoves, and I'd always looked at them and thought, man, those are really gorgeous stoves. And then, things happened, and now I have one, and I'm really proud to test one out for him. And zero complaints, man. Well, I got more than enough wood for the night, and I've got some splits made up, so that way if the fire does go out in the middle of the night, I can just throw the splits in and get it going nice and fast again. But it's so warm, I think I'll be perfect in my sleeping bag anyway. So yeah, I got plenty of wood, and I'm pumped about this stove. I just want to see how it does overnight, and it's always exciting for me when I test out a new stove and I go to sleep with it just kind of purring along next to me. So yeah, I think I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Stove did a really good job last night. I only loaded it once, and I had it closed way down throughout the night. Temperature in here dropped to about the freezing point, and one of the big chunks of wood that I threw in there, it's still going this morning. Now, there are limitations with the smaller stove, obviously. For this time of year, it's perfect. And I also have a really big sleeping bag. And my sleeping bag kept me so warm last night, it was incredible. Like, I was cocooned in there, and I felt like $1,000,000 sleeping in that sleeping bag last night. So I could let the stove just kind of really simmer at a low heat. And so this thing wasn't really giving off a lot of heat last night. My big stove, I'll shut it down so it's not giving off a lot of heat at night too. The last time I was out at this camp, I did the same thing. I let the temperature drop to about the freezing point overnight with my big stove. And when I woke up in the morning, it was still good to go. I just opened it up and then it took off like I did here this morning with this stove. Thanks to everybody that's been subbing lately. Sometimes I put out these calls at the end of my video where I'm like, hey, you know, I'd love for you guys to sub and hit like and share and all those things, hit the notification bell and all that stuff. The channel is interesting, and I think this happens for a lot of YouTubers, mine in particular, where I've got like, it's literally 82% of people who watch this channel aren't subbed, and that's fine. There's lots of channels that I watch that I don't sub, but eventually if I watch them enough, I'll sub. So I'm hoping that maybe you guys could do that too. If you haven't subbed, you've watched a couple of my videos, just click that button. It's over with. You know, I'll be there in your sub list, and if you stop watching me later, you can just clear me out or whatever, but I'd really appreciate if you could hit that sub button. I love growing this channel. I love coming out here and doing these things, and it's just such a passion of mine, and I really appreciate all of you that have subbed, and I'd love for more, you know, to join in the channel. So yeah, I had a great night, and it's freezing rain out there right now, and there's some stuff on my deck back at home that I kind of got to tend to. I wasn't expecting some rain overnight. I was expecting maybe a bit of flurries, so there's some stuff on my deck that I got to get home and clean up. So I'm going to pack up, and I'm going to head on out of here. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back really soon.